Hey everyone, this is Blackbinder, and welcome back to the Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire. Last time we left off, we almost got our soul shattered by Rimmergond, tried teleporting somewhere, but only teleported my soul, and now we are... You know what? I don't know what we're doing. We're waiting for them to talk to their superiors, and they're going to recalibrate the machine, and then we're going to try again. But let's talk to Tiabo.
Fancy a look at this stock?
Let me see what you have.
Have a look.
The amazing and truly incredible instant potion belt. +2 alchemy and grants alchemy's cash. Summons a random potion into an empty quick slot at the beginning of combat. This potion will vanish when combat ends. That's pretty cool. Ring of Overseeing, plus 10% area of effect. I want that. Akura's Kettle. 10% chance to cast boiling spray at an enemy when the wearer is critically hit in melee. That's actually not bad. It's still only a 10% chance when you're critically hit, so it's not exactly great. Hearth and Home. Teleport to an ally's location. That could be useful. Animancy Cap. You gain bonuses to Metaphysics and Arcana, and all creatures your party summons gain bonus to Might and Penetration. That's pretty good. Kind of a specific use, but... Living Steel. That is a crafting thing, but I don't know exactly what we want it for just yet. Alright, first things first. Let's grab Aloth and do Chill Fog. Alright, we need to do it on a very specific point. So let's use Shoti as the very edge of Shoti's green circle. Alright. Now it goes to the pillar on the right, just barely. Alright, now let's do this. Let's equip Aloth with his new ring. I want to see, because he's already got an area of effect buff, I want to see if it stacks. You know what? Let's do the corner. It's easier. Okay. It goes to the second little like line on that little brick thingy. Okay, take this off. Go to here again. Oh yeah, that's a pretty sizable increase. Almost about 10%, I'd say. It's hard to tell, but yeah, it's definitely stacking. Alright, that's good. Temple Vendor, let's take a look at what they've got. The Magnificent Escape Cape. Grants the Magnificent Escape. While bloodied or near death, the Magnificent Escape Cape may be used to dash to safety, breaking engagement and expertly avoiding the next attack. Not bad. Immune to engagement and plus 50 deflection whenever you are bloodied or near death. That could actually be useful for Seraphine, but I don't have the money to buy that right now.
Payment for heads. It could be no simpler, I say.
Well, let's talk to you then. Another bounty person? An armored Huana turns and looks you up and down. She holds this motionless pose across a long and contemplative silence. Finally, she draws out a single pyre and balances the coin on her knuckles.
Tell me, are you someone who walks the path that coin lays out before you?
She arches her finger in a wave, causing the coin to flip from one knuckle to the next. She seems enraptured by the motion. I enjoy getting paid, if that's what you mean.
Transmuting actions into payment is the alchemy that orders our world. All things turn on the axis of a coin bond.
She touches her brow with her free hand as she says the word. Her coin continues its winding journey uninterrupted.
I pay bounties so that death can bring order to life. Would you help me continue the cycle?
Try and steal her coin, maybe. The coin vanishes into her fist before you can close the distance.
The next time payment crosses our hands, let it be in the execution of a bond. A vow.
Holding the coin in two fingers, she lays it flat in your palm and leaves it there. What bounties do you have available?
If you would forge a coin bond, I know of people on these islands who must die. Their fate is already decided. The coin wishes only to collect. Dugra the Ascetic is wanted for crimes against his monastic order. His people have made a coin bond for his death.
She holds a pyre and lovingly inspects its edge, running her index finger along the curve. She likes coins a little too much, I think.
The Orlan wanders the wilderness on the island of Crookspur. northwest of Nekataka.
She closes her fist around the pyre. Alright, I'll return with his head. I don't know how to say his name, but I can bring you his head. Animancer. No. Nobody there we need to talk to. Let's go down to the Temple of Magawawu. Oh, no, it's Magarin. I thought that was a U. Magura, or whatever. Alright.
Candles and bombs.
Let's talk to this person first, since there's not much up here.
Shining God, light your path, stranger. Can I interest you in any of our wares? We
Today, Junior?
Much of our coin goes towards feeding those in need.
Yes, I will help you. Stop stuttering at me. I'm gonna grab another necklace of fireballs. Boots of speed, plus 15 deflection against disengagement attacks, and plus 25% stride. That's not bad. Actually, if it weren't so damn expensive, I would grab it for Seraphin, because he needs to move around the battlefield a little bit more than Adair, and Adair can honestly shrug off most disengagement attacks. A Forsaken Cat. Pawsey. +1 to all fire keyworded power levels. Not bad. And a reflex bonus. That is not good. High Priest Hottie or Mark Vanderbeege. That sounds familiar. You find a man of middle years inspecting a metal tool unlike any you've ever seen. Or like any you've seen. He has several similarly strange items on his belt, all quite clean and orderly. They look like tools one might use to pull a tooth or shoe a horse, but much more delicate. He wears pristine cream-colored robes. The muzzle of an arquebus is visible just over his shoulder. His eyes brighten when he notices you. The man's robes shimmer with a faint trace of arcane energy. We know that because of arcana. We have 4 arcana. Glyphs stitched into the hems and sleeves seem to be the source of the effect, so he's got enchanted robes.
Good day, traveler. I see you've taken an eye to my instruments. If you've any interest in the medical sciences, you need only ask. Well then, questions?
Tell me about yourself. I'm guessing he can teach us about arcana and
I'm a
something
researcher in the medical sciences. And before you ask, no, I don't mean animancy. Neither do I mean magic, nor, gods forbid, necromancy. Medicine. Study of the kith body, its inner workings and such.
What are you, some kind of backwater doctor? Pugh. Use magic, you fool.
I've misgivings about magic use. It's useful, I'll grant you that. But it's a crutch. Stunts our scientific development, you understand. Makes me a bit unpopular, as you can no doubt imagine. Which is why I've got this arquebus here.
What do you mean by unpopular?
A patient of mine died under questionable circumstances. One morning they were fine, and the next they were dead. Someone is trying to discredit my work, I just know it. But they won't succeed.
Well, I mean, if you're practicing traditional medicine, deaths are inevitable. That's why we use magic, sir.
I came here to the archipelago to evade my rival's attempts at sabotage. And there certainly is quite a lot of work in the Deadfire, I must tell you.
Can you teach me what you've learned in your research?
I've told you of my troubles. I suppose it's the least I can do. Settle in now. I've got a lecture prepared for just this occasion. Of course, it will cost you 3,000 copper.
Enhance alchemy and religion. It will be nice. I will grab that later, but there are other ones I need first before I use it for alchemy and stuff. Alright, let's talk to High Priest Hottie. He's a hottie. The Magranite priest has the build of a boulder. His thickest frame stretches his thick-set frame stretches his fine robes at the seams. He regards you with a steady, calm gaze, nodding and greeting.
Be welcome. We gather to honor the goddess, for we must earn the strength to endure the darkest of life's battles.
Magrin and I aren't on the best of terms.
Do you believe so? It is not in might alone that Magrin holds influence. There is purpose, conviction, achievement.
I didn't
honor her in many ways.
I didn't expect to see so many foreigners at the temples.
It is an opportunity to learn. What good is a fighter who knows how to defend against a single enemy? If we must one day fight one another, such is Magran's will. Each obstacle is a challenge we must answer. These are whetstones that sharpen us into fine blades.
This is your temple?
Akira, rain and wind is a better teacher than any priest. A fighter accustomed to comfort earns only bruises.
Which way to the palace? The priest blinks. His smile is warm, but there is a little amusement in it.
Follow the path as it climbs the mountain, all the way to the Serpent's Crown.
I figured he'd have a quest or something for us. Oh, that's like a fighting temple? Alright. Is there anything down here? If not, we have a cliff to scale.
We will witness
yep.
a new beginning.
Temple of Gone. Alright, they don't say anything. Let's go to the Temple of Gone. Now, I believe this is Shoti's temple, like her religion. A Derek. Hey, look, it's a Derek. Wertan? That guy sounds familiar.
So it is you. I could not think of a reason why your ghost should haunt the Deadfire, save to haunt me. And that smacks of arrogance.
A Derek smiles crookedly at you, something which causes the soldier beside him to regard you with bemused curiosity.
Sister.
A Derek turns towards Shoti, bowing his head. Shoti tries not to preen, blushing. Adair points affably in approval. Alas flies through his nose. Adair gestures and the soldier turns away. He steps in closer towards you, as if to share a conspiratorial whisper, but you notice that he is looking elsewhere, behind you, around you.
Another collection of spirits? The rumor was that Kat Nua was destroyed, and you with it.
I don't remember
Sorry
this guy.
to hear it.
Derek, I thought you'd go back to raid Ceres. I do not remember this guy at all. Derek, I thought you'd go back to raid Ceres.
I did in time. Once I thought I'd summoned up the words to explain what happened in the White March.
Oh, that's why.
None of it made much sense to the Regency, but my men stood by me. If I was mad, so were they.
I only played through the White March twice, so if he's in it, then that's why I forgot who he was.
When the priest spoke of Aethys' return, I volunteered to come, along with a few of my men. I think the Morning Council was content to have me out of the way. That's putting it all very simply. But then, I suspect few of us have simple reasons for coming to the Deadfire.
He regards you expectantly. Alright, I'm tracking down Aethys. I'm here to conquer the Deadfire for Deerwood. No. Still fretting about your Watcher abilities? Derek's jaw tenses and then he looks away, shifting uncomfortably.
I don't know. I came here on a pilgrimage of a kind. Nekataka is full of spirits. And the sea, where to begin?
Self-loathing is a blight on the soul, Adaric. Don't make your journey through hell darker than it has to be.
She says hell, but it's only with one L. It's not like hell as in we would picture it, but her saying that is funny.
You're right, of course, sister.
Derek stands up a little straighter as if scolded. He shifts uncomfortably, his gaunt face drawn.
You are a watcher still, yet you are neither mad nor killed. It's good to see.
Watchers have a tendency to go crazy, especially if they're awakened like we are. I found the man behind my awakening and put my past lives to rest.
The cure you sought, and which I was weak enough to doubt. See, there. Determination will win out every time. And now you are on to new challenges.
Sorry, Derek, I lost your sword along with my castle.
That sword was only meant to keep you alive through your ordeal. It's fulfilled its purpose.
I'm tracking down Aethys.
So, his appearance has renewed your faith as well.
Not exactly, he tried to kill me.
I think for once I am content to wait. If our God wishes to speak with us, wishes anything of us, he will give us a sign. The priests pray daily for it.
I wouldn't be doing this if Bareth hadn't charged me with the task. No, Aethys is killing people everywhere he goes. I have to stop him.
Stop him?
Adair glances at Adair.
The plan is to
Derek.
ask him real nicely.
I see. I will say only that this too must have a purpose. The Shining God would not bring such destruction without cause. Yet, if this were punishment for our failure, surely he had worthier targets.
What news of Raid Saris?
Each missive from the Deadfire raises new tumult. Some believe our Lord restored, while others doubt. We've done penance for many long years. None of us know what forgiveness ought to look like.
Raid Saris was the country where Aethys came back the first time. Not really came back, he used an avatar. But the avatar had a big glowing bright head, so people thought he was divine or whatever. I think he was just a godless that Aethys chose. But anyway, yeah. He took the Raid Sarans and made them go to war with Deerwood.
It doesn't seem like Aethys has his mind on forgiveness these days.
See you around,
Take
Derek.
care, and may the shining God light your way.
Okay, let's talk to
God
Wartan.
hears your prayers, surely as I do.
Actually, let's steal from Aethys. Dream journal. The writing on this tattered scrap of paper looks like it was penned by someone still half asleep. Have you ever had a dream so real that you wanted Aethys so badly that you could do anything? A line is drawn through the writing, below which its author has scrawled, "No more cheese before bed."
I can't believe it. Is that really you?
Solid meals and decent sleep have filled Wartan's lean frame out somewhat, but the man retains a fox-like aspect around the face. He greets you with an indecisive smile, unsure of whether to be nervous or pleased. Okay, so we do know him, but from where?
And Adair, you made it out of Gilded Vale for good then. I'm glad.
A lot more might have made it out if you hadn't left them for dead.
Adair's fist clenched and unclenched several times. Okay, now I remember. He worked for a bad guy, but he tried to save the people in the Temple of Aethys, because the king was going to kill everyone in the temple. But Wartan was a guard for him, and he went to go save them all, told them to hide, and then he couldn't get back into the temple because they sealed it, so they all starved to death. And he didn't do anything about it. Later on, he wanted us to get their bones so we could bury him.
I haven't forgotten. It's why I'm here, Adair.
Wartan doesn't meet Adair's eyes. It takes visible effort for him to meet yours. Wartan, what are you doing here?
I kept to my word. I started trying to help around town like you told me. When the Hollowborn curse ended, it was like... You can't imagine what that meant to everyone. We had some good years. Then word came through that the Dawn Stars were coming out here. That the Shattered God was back to being the Shining God. Blazes, I tossed and turned about it. I figured there couldn't be a clearer sign. So now I'm doing what I can. Handing out food mostly, or delivering supplies. Familiar work, I guess. Took some getting used to. Working shoulder to shoulder with Raid Sarans, but it's not so hard as you'd think. Feels like I'm on the right path. Toward a little piece of redemption, maybe?
I guess everyone's chasing after Aethys these days. I could tell him that there are no true gods, but that doesn't seem very nice. People are gonna make up gods even if they didn't exist, so...
You too, eh? Don't know what you have to be sorry for. Would be nice to get some answers, maybe. Or... forgiveness. For getting his people killed. I don't know.
So long as you have fun once in a while.
Peace of mind or something close. That's good enough for me.
Wartan flashes you a final crooked smile, then inclines his head in a bow. Acolyte of Aethys.
Hungry? Come on up. Don't be shy.
Actually, I'd like to make a donation. Sure, why not?
The Shining God will bless you for it, sir. That coin will help those in need.
The man bows his head. I get a minor positive reputation gain with the Dawnstar and Nekataka. Let's take all their stuff. Gon has been depicted with a warm smile, but the eyes beneath his hood hold unsettling fervor. Nordegond. That also sounds familiar.
Here for a meal? Just get in line, dear. Ain't no trick to it.
Hey, there's a lady I'm looking for. Came from Deerwood.
Adair waves a hand in the old woman's face as though expecting cataracts she does not appear to have.
Short, got a bad temper. It goes by Alava Mazzy. Heard of her?
I know an Alava, but that ain't a surname.
Maybe she got married.
No.
Adair's jaw shifts sideways to gnaw on his pipe stem.
Not real warm, that one. Stop by unannounced, you get a pistol up your nose when she answers the door.
Imagine settlers have to keep their guard up around here, or out here.
Yeah, that's her. So, she's living with her, husband, then?
Not that I noticed.
Adair exhales a surprising amount of air.
Huh. Must be laying low.
Just that boy of hers.
Aw. Adair's body goes perfectly still. It seems to waver in the breeze. Uh-oh, I think Adair has a son.
She's got a son? How old would you say? Like a little boy?
Oh, we get another little Adair running around. Like another cute little puppy dog. Aleth's eyes go wide with shock, then delight. He's watching Adair the way a cat watches a wounded mouse. Nice.
I'd be happy to help you with the math.
Oh, this is getting good.
Oh, I couldn't say. It's been years. He must be a young man by now.
That is the wrong answer. Adair did not want to hear that.
Wow, that's something. Well, thanks for your help.
You didn't ask where she was.
Don't you want to know where to find her?
Yeah, I was just about to ask.
She's in Hasongo, last I heard. Got a little plot of land out there.
Hasongo.
Guess we'll look that way then. Much obliged.
There we go. We'll have to talk with him at the next camping spot. Let's look why is this one stealing? I guess fresh fruit is more important. What is this thing? Though weathered in age, this tree is dotted with buds and nascent branches, indicating new growth. Huh. Well, we'll take this abandoned kitty cat. Frau Niels. While Frau Niels is following around, you are more accurate with melee attacks and your party receives bonus health. 3 accuracy is decent, I guess, but we're mostly ranged. As you approach, a wood elf straightens over an altar to Gon. Her robes mark her as a high priestess. She arches and cracks her back loudly, a satisfied grin spreading across her face soon after.
Jody, I do hope you are not getting into trouble now.
Who, me? No, I wouldn't dream of it.
The faint trace of a smile forms on Adair's lips. Aloth gives you a pained look. Aloth, be nice. She smiles at the sight of a stranger. You're the high priestess of this temple?
Do swine stink like shit?
She hits you with a toothy smile, eyes glittering with amusement.
I'm guessing you're not here to worship. Then what can I do for you?
Doesn't this place get a little damp?
No more than anywhere else. No sense fighting it. The water sustains our faith, surely as it does these trees.
You must be getting a lot of people in here these days.
Oh, yes. People are afraid, angry. Change can be frightening. But what did any of us come here for, if not a new beginning?
You are devotees of Gon? What about Aethys' other manifestations?
Gon's the only one that matters.
He's the shepherd of souls, right? Death and harvest, so yeah. Sawane shuts her eyes, exhales sharply, and then opens them again to regard you with a patient smile.
The shining god's got many faces, but they're all his to wear. Divine King Widewind, he saw the dawn stars, telling him of things to come. But it's gone with sickle and lantern that's come to the Deadfire. Our god's returned, and he's gonna bring balance to the world. He's gonna right all the wrongs we have suffered. Gon will bring a new beginning for all of us when that hour comes.
Alright, anything else? Offerings of fruit, bread, brought to the temple? No, thank you. I think that's everything we need to do in here. Yep. We'll probably have to come back later.
Your party before venturing.
Let's go find the little Adair. No, that's right. It's not in Neketaka. It's in Hasongo. So it'll be a while.
How I've been saying there's nothing more important to me than us freeing you from Bareth's bonds? Well, I meant that. I did.
Adair's breath lingers in his chest and his mouth hangs ajar, throwing his statement into immediate doubt.
But there's this other thing I need to see about. On the way, like. I was gonna tell you.
It's about love. You don't have to explain.
Thanks. I'm not sure I could anyway. This woman, well, love's not the right word. But she was something to me once, back in Gilded Vale.
He pauses.
Once Theos was gone, there wasn't much keeping me in Deerwood. Thought I'd be happier in Adir, where my folks had gone. It was nice seeing them again. Been almost since the war, but I didn't belong. Found I couldn't talk to anyone. Not just because of the funny way Adirans talk.
We merely swallow our food first.
Over there, across the ocean, it's like nothing I'd been through ever happened. Not the war, not the legacy. Even my parents missed most of it. And I'm glad about that. But All we had to talk about was stuff from when I was a boy. Then, I thought of somebody I knew I could talk to. Maybe the last person. And just like that, I was back on a boat, going the other way. Last I saw her, she was going to New Hayamar. Went looking for her there, only to find that she'd left a long time ago. Anyway, I don't expect you to understand. But I gotta know she ended up all right.
It sounds like she ended up with a son.
Yeah, that's something. Coming out of Deerwood during that time. When I knew her, she had another little boy, just a baby. But the legacy deprived him of a proper life. I never found out what happened to him. But with the Hollowborn, he didn't have to ask. Guess he got a brother, though.
Hollowborn are people, they were born without a soul because the bad guy in the first game was trying to make it seem like animancy was ruining people. So they wouldn't study it. Adair falls quiet, blinking several times before noting your continued presence. You sure you want to know where this leads?
No, I don't see a way to let this go. Least a way's not now. Last time I saw Alava, we got friendly. Now she's got a son.
Adair's shrug is rigid, his smile at least half wince. Well, let's get moving then. Gotta go find your baby boy.
Carrying all those souls around.
Alright, now we're gonna come down here and swing off this tree.
My hand.
If you find that comforting, then I'm glad for you.
Oh, what'd they say? I didn't hear anything. Alright, here we go. Can't take that, because we are full up on ammunition. Alright, rope and grappling hook. Secure a rope grappling hook to the tree. Rope and grappling hook to the tree. You tie the grappling hook around the trunk of the tree. A couple of firm tugs convince you that it will withstand your weight as you climb down. Descend to the tomb's opening. You grab the rope, planting your feet on the edge of the precipice, and begin your descent. Gusts of wind sway you from side to side, forcing you to tightly grip the rope. It digs into your skin with every move. Despite the effort, your group proves their excellent conditioning. Everyone manages to reach the tomb's opening without exertion. You stand on the narrow ledge of the tomb's entrance, its passage leading into the darkness. Your rope dangles from the tree above. Follow the passage into the tomb. You follow the passage. The winds rage outside, yet the air of the tomb doesn't stir, stale and heavy. Steps carved on the rock descend deep into the mountain. You walk down the steps, every stride echoing through the cavernous passage. Skeletal remains poke out of niches on the walls, lining up the way until the steps land into a narrow corridor. You stand before a hallway. Its columns frame dozens of tombs hollowed into the rock. Cubbyholes line the walls. Skeletal remains litter every alcove and spill onto the stone slabs that tile the floor. Inspect the hallway. You carefully scan the corridor and focus on every detail. Skeletal remains, probably dislodged from their cubbyholes over centuries, litter the edges of the walls. Judging by an emblem etched on the stones of the tombs, members of the same clan or group lie buried here. A faint sparkle catches your eye. Under a pile of bones collapsed inside an alcove, you discern something glittering. It seems to be within easy reach. Well, let's retrieve the glittering object. You reach inside the cubbyhole, digging into a pile of bones and stones. Your fingers touch something cold, its surface smooth as glass. You grab it, surprised at its weight, and pull it out to reveal a large ruby resting on the palm of your hand. Well, we got a ruby, but we also are now a gravedigger. Cross the hallway and continue. You stand in a dark, narrow cavern. The path ahead twists in its descent. Continue down the twisting cavern. You continue onward, following the turns on the path with careful but sure stride. As you round a bend, a drift of cold air announces the end of the narrow passage. Its exit appears ahead, flanked by half-interred bodies. You step out into an enormous cavern, its walls and sharp cliffs riddled with tombs leading into places unknown. I think this is where we're going to find more information about the Darkozi Paladin, that's the undead one that's killing pirates and stuff. But remember, it was a 3-skull quest, so we might actually not be able to finish it. Or we might not be able to handle the enemies in here. But we'll try anyway. Let's save it. And we got 2,000 experience just for coming here. I said it was going to take me a while to level, but we've gotten so much experience, I'm actually almost there. Easy skeletons. Let's have everybody just regular attack. There might be harder guys coming up soon. Or just a bunch of them. Oh, wow. Yep, they're climbing the walls. Let's get everybody back. I want Adair to get up here. And I want all my range guys to take out the Risen Champion. Aloth, you're going to use Chill Fog. I am going to use Marked Prey on the Risen Champion. Risen Soldier, uh-oh. Let's have, I have another necklace of fireballs, so I'm just going to use one from Seraphine's necklace. Shoti, go ahead and Shining Beacon now that they're all together. Now, my guy, accurate wounding shot on the Risen Champion before he gets all of his defensive spells off. He's probably a paladin. There's a Risen Priest too. Dang it, we need to take her down. Seraphine needs to heal himself. Shoti is going to Iconic Projection, and then I am going to keep wounding shot this champion until he goes down. Keep going. Another Iconic Projection. Oh, wow. Seraphine already went down. Glorious Beacon. Holy cow, that is one hell of a debuff. That was from the champion. -5 perception, plus 50% recovery time, -10 deflection, -1 armor rating, -10 accuracy, -50 range, immunity to gaze attacks, and cannot use gaze abilities. That is crazy. Doesn't last very long though, thankfully. Adair, go ahead and use Vigorous defenses and attack the soldier so he doesn't get past you. I'm going to use Expose Vulnerabilities. And then hopefully, you know what? I need to take out the priest before he keeps healing everyone. Nice. I got it off before the heal. Alright, let's blind the champion. Nice. It was a crit, I think. I interrupted him, but it was negated because he's got concentration. Unfortunately. Let's get Shoti up closer and let's do Holy Radiance. See if it hurts them. Yep, it does. Good. Let's see how hard it hit them exactly. .8 burn damage per 3 seconds. Okay, but it's only for 4 seconds, so it does about 25 damage. Let's kill the Risen Mage now. I'm gonna Minalettas on him to slow him down. Adair, you stay on that guy, on the Risen Soldier, and everybody else go after the Mage. Then we're gonna go after the Armsman. The Soldier's not a big deal, because he's pretty focused on Adair. Adair's gonna heal himself, and I am going to Hobbling Strike the Armsman. Even if I don't need him to be hobbled, remember it does increase damage as well. I'm going to Combusting Wounds on him just for something to do. And then I'm going to have her reap him, or Blessed Harvest him. Do it again, because it missed. Man, that thing misses a lot. And it missed again. We really need to figure out a way to increase Shoti's accuracy. Really would like her Blessed Harvest to hit more often. It's such a powerful spell when it works. Alright, what do we got here? Exceptional Breastplate. We might find a use for that. Exceptional Medium Shield. That might be better than what Adair's got. So we'll actually just put both of those on Adair and put everything else into the stash. Holy cow. Oh, no, it's Scale Armor, so it's actually not that good. Thought it was Plate. Exceptional Morning Star. Exceptional Great Sword. Exceptional Leather Armor. You know what? Let's put both of those armors on Seraphine and see if they're better than what he's got. Probably not, especially with the unique upgrades we can do on the second chance armor he's wearing. But that's actually where we're going to stop it today. We are well over 30 minutes. So looks like we are able to do that. That was just the first fight. Pretty cool how they were climbing up the walls. But the first fight had multiple two-skull enemies. So we should be able to make it through the trash in here, but we're probably not going to be able to kill the boss. So, let's leave it there for now. Please leave a like or comment below, and feel free to subscribe for more full Let's Plays like this one. And that's my mama.